We know about the stars and the studs and the fades. Why can't we just keep it simple, folks? I'm Chris Robin at Detroit Beastie, and hang here. I have 5 running backs I want in all formats in 2021. Hey, and here we are. Thanks for coming back. I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, once again here with Team Rise or Fall to talk about some running backs that I just can't get enough of in the 2021 season. But before we get into that, pay the bills a little bit. Go to Team Rise or Fall. Tell them Beastie sent you. That's the promo code. You can get a percentage off all the DFS tools for this coming NFL season. And trust me, Team Rise or Fall is where you're going to want to be. The Discord is insane all the time. People sharing their thoughts in their ideas. There's nobody that's really into themselves here. Everyone's looking to help other people, and there's nothing like that. So join Team Rise or Fall. Tell them Beastie sent you. Like and share and subscribe, and we'll go from there. I'm always down to hear what I can do better. What did I do good? Where can I be better? Constructive criticism at its best here. So looking forward to the NFL season. There's a lot of stuff to unpack, and I'm not here to talk about, the movings and the over-unders and, 2 hours worth of NFL content here, because trust me, you can get your news other places here at Team Rise or Fall. I'm just trying to keep it simple. As I said in the intro video, everybody talks about I'm fading this guy's a sleeper, and you can kind of overindulge and get lost in the shuffle there, overconsume if that's such a thing. But I'm keeping it simple. As I said, I want to talk about 5 running backs who I just can't get enough of this coming season, and I'm going to go right to Green Bay. I know it's shocking, me being an NFC North slappy and a bigger Detroit Lions fan, but Aaron Jones in Green Bay is just fantastic running back. If you look at his consensus ADP, he's RB9 right now, which is pretty dang good. I have Aaron Jones as my running back 7, and I'll tell you why. In this offense, Aaron Jones has been a top 5 running back 2 of the last 3 seasons. What I love about Aaron Jones is we can trust him with any and all formats. We can trust him to carry the load, 20, 25 carries in Lambeau Field, minus 35 degrees in December, in January, and he's going to get it done. I love that kind of, set it and forget it kind of mentality for my running backs. And if you're like me, made no secret, I'm that old school fantasy football mentality where running backs kind of anchor our teams, DFS formats, seasonal formats. And again, I hate to keep referencing it, but in today's day and age, everything is accessible in 2 seconds with our phones, with our tablets, computers, everything. And so don't get tricked by 0 RB strategies. Don't get tricked by 0 wide receiver strategies. Figure out your own and go from there. I'm telling you now, you're going to want Aaron Jones in your lineups, all week in DFS and also in seasonal formats. Aaron Rodgers being back is unbelievably fantastic. Davante Adams being there. So literally not much has changed. So why wouldn't Aaron Jones be in for, another top 5 running back season? Telling you now, RB9 consensus, my RB7. His overall ADP is... yeah, it's about 9.3. So you're looking at, 8th, 9th, 10th overall pick. So make it a point to get Aaron Jones into your drafts, and thank me later. We'll talk about it this time next year. Going down the list in PPR formats, this man, should be a PPR god, and that's Austin Ekeler in LA. Austin Ekeler, consensus RB10. My ranking, I have him just there at RB10. And we've seen him fluctuate in ADP, from in the start of the spring, the summer, and now right now. Austin Ekeler looks healthy. I know people kind of get not bummed out, but they get a little bit apprehensive. Austin tore his groin away from the bone or something like that. And he did come back strong at the end of last season. So I've been saying it to anybody that will listen. I've been saying it till I'm blue in the face. I'm tan now, but I can get blue talking about Austin Ekeler. This offense with Justin Herbert as quarterback is going to be very dangerous. And I'm saying it now. I can't stop talking this way. Once Justin Herbert truly unlocks his potential and unlocks the key to this offense in LA, it's going to be a sight to be seen. You're going to want any and all pieces of the Chargers offense, kind of like the same way we look at Kansas City or the way we look at Buffalo with everything those two teams are doing here. So get Austin Ekeler in your lineups. As I said, RB10 consensus and my RB10 in my rankings. And not to be a weirdo, but I'm putting all my cards on the table now. I think Austin Ekeler catches 70, 80 passes this coming season. So you get a point for each one of those. And what's he going to do with the yardage? You know he's a big yak guy too, yards after contact. So please get Austin Ekeler in your lineups. Next guy, rookie. I've said it all spring, all summer, even after the draft. Javonte Williams in Denver is my rookie RB1. He was 6 months ago. He is now. I know it's tough, especially what's going on in Pittsburgh with Najee, but I still believe in Javonte Williams' long-term prospects here. Javonte is RB29 in the consensus rankings. I have Javonte as RB22 in my own personal rankings here. And when it comes to Javonte, in this offense, every time, I'm in my mid to late 30s. I'm going to use mid to late 30s for now. 37, no secret here. But every time I think of the Denver Broncos and John Elway and all those fantastic Super Bowl teams, Terrell Davis, I always picture a stud workhorse running back associated with Denver, and that's fine. I firmly believe Javonte can be that kind of, that 3-down back. Now, I know Melvin Gordon III is in the way, and I've always been a big MG3 guy, but sooner or later, the roles are going to be switched. Javonte's going to be given the keys, and I could see a case where Melvin Gordon, something gets nasty. I know I've been saying that a few times over the summer, but I just think there's a case here where Melvin Gordon gets outperformed or outworked by the kid Javonte Williams, and he freaks out. We're going to see headlines in the paper. Melvin Gordon contacts his agent, tells Denver he wants a trade, and in the meantime, Javonte will you have his head down, working hard in getting it done for us. So Javonte Williams, consensus RB29, personally my RB22. Now the next kid might be a surprise, and I try not to be contrarian just to do it, just so I can say, yeah, I'm different than most, or my opinion is better. I never talk that way, but I just absolutely love Myles Gaskin this coming season. Miami Marlins, Miami Dolphins, however you want to put it, fish, mammals, whatever. Gaskin consensus is RB22. He's my RB24. Now look, when you go to Miami, there's a lot to like. They've kind of built this thing from the inside out. They've been bad for numerous seasons, but I feel like Miami is ready to kind of jump into that win now kind of pool. They got Tua as their quarterback. Hopefully this kid can put it together. Waddle, the young outstanding rookie, is there. I know Waddle, he's been seen limping around here, and I only say that to say that, a stud outside presence in wide receivers like Parker, like Mike Gesicki at tight end, that's only going to help Myles' cause here. And if we look back a few months, like leading up to the NFL draft, during the draft, and now after, Miami had all the chances they want to grab, like, let's say Javonte Williams or one of these other younger, stud running backs, but they chose to pass. And what that tells me is they're ready to give Myles Gaskin the key to all the workload in Miami, at least for the season. So let's use that ideal to our advantage. Let's say Myles Gaskin next season, they replace him in the draft or they add a free agent. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for right now, the 2021 season, all the carries he can handle in Miami. Salvon Ahmed might get some looks, but that's okay. I firmly believe in Myles Gaskin's workload and what he can do, especially in PPR format. So as I said, Gaskin is RB22 consensus, and he's my personal RB24. Now the next guy is just tried and true, steady Eddie, Chris Carson in Seattle. Chris Carson is RB17 in the consensus. Chris Carson is my RB15. Now when you look at a guy like Chris Carson, I know that the low-hanging fruit would be to say, well, he can't stay healthy or he's made of glass. And to a certain extent, we know we're not going to get a full 16 or 17 games out of Chris Carson. He's bound to miss 2 or 3 games, but when he's playing, he's on point on par with some of the better running backs in the league. Pete Carroll's offensive scheme and his offensive system is kind of catered to running the football. Look at the Super Bowl a few years ago. I know that's kind of not in what we're talking about here, but I'm just saying Pete Carroll in Seattle has an affinity to running the ball, whether it's working or it's not, meaning they're going to give Chris Carson every chance he can handle to get moving and get going. That's the kind of situation I love. That's the kind of situation I'm looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll kind of give up on their running back if it's not going on a per game basis. If the run game's not working, the running back can't get in a zone, they kind of get away from it. But here in Seattle, they will feed Chris Carson the ball. They will make it a point to get Chris Carson back on track, and that's fantastic for our seasonal fantasy team. So Chris Carson, RB17 consensus. Carson is my personal RB15. So let's run it down real quick. Aaron Jones, my RB7. Austin Ekeler, my RB10. Javonte Williams, rookie running back in Denver, my running back 22. Looking to move up with a bullet here with Javonte. Myles Gaskin, my personal RB24, and Chris Flippin' Carson, a.k.a. Steady Eddie, my RB15 here. So like what you see, leave a comment, like, share, go to Team Rise or Fall, tell them Beastie sent you. That's the promo code. And while you're there, go check out the free 80-page draft guide. Again, it's free. You can get it at a moment's notice. Save you the trouble of going to the corner store and buying one of those larger magazines, those more expensive magazines. We got everything you need for you right here, the entire length of the NFL season, right here at Team Rise or Fall. So thanks so much, and be on the lookout for 5 wide receivers I love very much in the 2021 season. Until we see each other again, bye.